Hi, I wanted to provide a brief discussion of why we have two different pieces for the final exam. The first one is the single page formal business letter where you assign yourself a grade and provide detailed support justification. This again is a single page and it needs to be properly formatted. The reason why I want it in this format and so brief, there's actually several reasons why. One of them is that the business letter is one of the most dominant genres in communication. Whether it's being hired, being fired, applying for scholarships or fellowships, sending a letter to your supervisor, to your union, responding to politicians, responding to parents, many of these will require or are best done using the business letter format. Often the business letter format is a bearer of bad news to us. It can come in the terms of financial, credit card, bank statement, pink slips, etc. But what's important is to understand how this genre works, and it's really actually pretty simple and it makes a lot of sense. What happens though is that most people, or not most people, many people respond very negatively when they see this genre because it is so often the bearer of bad news. What my goal is with you writing in the business letter format, it's actually twofold. One is to understand actually how simple the business letter format is. There's no reason to feel intimidated or to have issues with the genre or the format. It's simply another way to communicate information. The second thing that's really important, in my view, is to feel empowered and understand how a genre works. That way, if you're in other situations in the future where you're either applying for jobs or there's tension on the job site or there's funds that have become available and you would like to request those funds, or there are issues that are politically important to you or socially important to you, that you know how to leverage and use one of the most dominant genres which is around. While you may think that writing an informal letter as dear such and such, as you would normally write to your family or your friends, may carry some influence, and it will have a bit of influence, being able to properly format with addresses up at the top, the dates, the spacing, everything left flush, etc., that proves that you're serious, and that proves that you carry the currency of power when using the business letter format. So that's the core of why I want us to use a business letter format, is that it's a genre which is often applied to and sent to us, but we rarely use when we respond or when we communicate with other structures of power. And once you recognize how simple and how easy it is to use this format, I think that you will have more currency, more power, and then you can choose when you would like to use this. So that's why we are using the business letter format. And please note that it must be full block, left aligned, and single spaced. And those are all key elements which will impact the grade. All right. Hope you have a good day, and we are almost done.